What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. A lot of my content that I've created here on my channel across 170 plus videos has really derived from one single question, and that is, what do I wish I knew before I did this or I did that? Usually a lot of the content obviously here is related to building a digital marketing business. So a lot of the things I wanted to create here on the channel and that I have created and I will continue to create is for someone who is basically in a position that was similar to where I was at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years back, where I was just getting into this, trying to figure out how the hell do I make this all work. So today I want to answer the question of really how you can get started if you're still working a full-time job, and really just break down the numbers of how many hours you have to actually really to be able to devote to your business. And this can even be without working on a weekend. If you really sit down and focus and really make sure that you optimize your life and everything that you do. Yes, you'll be kind of operating like a robot, but let me explain why this is so powerful. So the first thing that we need to realize is, let's say you're working a job, you're 40 hours a week at your job, and then with your travel time and that sort of stuff, let's say you add on another 5 hours per week, just to average that out. Some people may commute a lot to their job, some people may not. It really just depends on where you live and that sort of stuff. But for math's sake, since there are 168 hours in a single week, we're just going to round this up to 48, just to keep the math simple. So that leaves us with 120 hours every single week after your job is done for the week. So we need to sleep, obviously, and there are some times where I have been working and I have really just wanted to continue working. I didn't care, I wasn't tired. When your brain just gets hooked on forging progress and you don't care about anything else. Happens a lot with people that play video games and that sort of stuff. So if you can tap into that stuff, sweet. But either way though, you're gonna have to sleep. So I'm never gonna recommend to just not get sleep, because I've tried it. I've tried getting like no sleep and it just doesn't work. Your work is garbage. You're not focused. You feel like shit the entire day. It's just really not worth it. Plus, your health is going to really suffer. And health is really the most important thing in your life, because that is you, your being, is how healthy you are. So let's say you're gonna sleep 8 hours a night, and times that by 7, that's going to be 56 hours every single week. So we take the 120 minus the 56, that leaves us at 64 hours each week. So the next thing that you're going to really want to be doing is making sure that you're staying active and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to factor in going to the gym, because this is something that has really helped me in regards to not only just being healthier, being in better shape, and but the mental focus that you get and being able to see yourself progress in the gym directly correlates to similar dopamine hits that you get when you're building your business and forging progress and continuing to progress. So I would highly recommend going to the gym, finding some type of training that works out for you. But either way, let's say you go 5 times a week, and with travel time, going to do a warm-up, do your full workout, cooling down, doing stretching and that sort of stuff. Let's say it takes you 2 hours each time. So that is another 10 hours. 10 hours each week. And maybe you factor in, like, if you go to like a yoga class and that sort of stuff too. So maybe another extra 2 hours a week. So that would leave us with 52 hours each week. So the next thing that you're going to have to watch and track what you do is figure out how much time it takes you to not only do your grocery shopping, but also to eat and cook and that sort of stuff. So for me, my average, I would probably go to shopping 2 times a week, and it would probably take me, I don't know, I can usually get things done in probably hour and a half each time. So that leaves you at 3 hours. And then for your cooking, let's say you average out to 2 hours time that is spent cooking or actively cooking, where you're not doing anything else. At least you can't really necessarily be working on your business if you are cooking, standing at the stove, frying up something. So that's gonna, let's say 2 hours each day, that's another 14 hours a week. Yes, granted, you can go out to eat and that sort of stuff, but we'll just keep the math simple on this. So we're gonna take out 17 from 52, leaves us at 35 hours. We have 35 hours a week, and let's say we work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, whatever it is. So then we can work in the evening, you can work for a few hours in the morning, depending on how your scheduling works, that sort of stuff. For me, I work way better in the morning, and I would rather work out in the evening, because then once I'm done working out, I don't have to worry about my work. I can just relax for an hour and then go to bed. So that actually reminds me to take off another 7 hours each week, because I know that every single human has to take a little bit of time to relax. If you don't, everything is going to suffer. Your productivity, your brain, your attitude, everything is just going to be shit, because then you're just thinking, fuck, I have to work. I don't get any time to relax or anything. So let's just say you have 1 hour a day where you do that. You watch TV if you like to do that, play video games, read a book or something like that. Something to just take your mind off of business and allow you to relax a little bit. So that leaves us at 28 hours each week that you have to devote to your business. And let's say we're going to work maybe 3 hours a night on the weekdays, or in the morning you work from 4 to 7, then you leave at 7:30 to go to your job, and then you come home and you go to the gym, you do your cooking, whatever. And if you did that 5 days a week, that's 15 hours. Then you take out the 15 from 28, that leaves you 13 hours that you could put in on the weekends if you wanted to. Or you could spend 6.5 hours of each weekend day doing something else, whatever it is that you want to do. And so that is working 3 hours each night, 5 days a week, or 5 mornings, whatever you want to do. 3 hours on each day, 5 days per week, that's a solid 15 hours that you can put in. If you sit down and focus for 3 hours, especially from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. or something like that, you'd be shocked as to how much work you can really get done. I'm trying to work myself into that type of schedule where I'm up super early when there's no distractions whatsoever. And this is the hardest part, by the way. If you're watching this far into the video, I know that you're actually serious about reaching results within your business, because most people want to watch a tactical video that shows how some backlink trick is going to help with ranking super quick or something like that. But if you don't narrow down the productivity and being able to have good work habits and that sort of stuff, you are not going to be able to make anything happen, because you're not going to do the foundational work, such as creating the content, unless you have the money for someone to write out all that content and that sort of stuff. And yeah, there are other tools out there that can make all that stuff a lot faster, but think of what you can do if you're using those tools with a super optimized brain, super optimized body, and with a focus on being productive. Then really the sky is the limit. This is something I'm still working on. I don't have this figured out by any means. I'm really trying to work on narrowing down my sleep so that way I can be up and at it super early before there's any distractions, because distractions are going to absolutely kill your productivity no matter what. So my biggest recommendation for you watching this is to really track how much time you spend doing stuff. Go over to Google, type in like time tracking calculator or something like that, and print that out and track exactly what you do every single day throughout each half-hour increment. If you're at your job, then just do a full line of the 9 hours that you were there between travel time and all that sort of stuff, and really narrow down and track what you're doing. If you're wasting your time on Instagram, you're wasting your time on whatever social media, if it's not something productive, join Facebook groups and that sort of stuff, you can learn and communicate with people to figure out something if you're working on your business. Yes, there's that, but I really recommend narrowing down that stuff so that way you can get it down to the minute, to how much time you can spend and focus on your business each and every day, and be able to super optimize everything. When you're able to narrow all this stuff down and you're able to figure out, okay, I have X amount of time each morning, that I have to get as much production of work out of these 3 hours as I can. So I'm going to tune out all my distractions. I'm not even going to have my phone near me, all that sort of stuff. So if you got to this point in this video, I appreciate if you went down below, dropped a like on this video. Go down below, also leave a comment. Let me know what you guys do to be productive. I want to see what you guys are doing. If you wake up super early, some people stay up super late. They sleep in till noon and then they work until 4 a.m. or something like that, and they get their super productive stuff done from midnight to 4 a.m. or whatever the case may be. Let me know in the comments below. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go down below, join the family, smash that subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so that way you know when the newest content comes live here on the channel. So with that said, I will see you guys in the next video.